Welcome to Turin, or Torino as the locals call it. I'm going to go and spend the day exploring this city, check out what it has to offer, look at the architecture, maybe go and climb a mountain or something. Not a mountain, like a hill. There's things on hills, we'll see them. Yeah, well, let's get going. Okay, I can see there's a metro that departs from here. I know this is also a main train station. I only know that because I booked my train to go home from here. Was it this? No, it's not this one, is it? It's the other one. Yeah, so there's like two main stations. This one's like a through platform, so you can get trains that go through Turin onto other places, but then if you're going to get a train that terminates at Turin, it goes to the other one, which is Porta Nuova, whereas this is Porta Susa. It's a massive, look at the size of this thing. It is huge. And that rail is hot. Yeah, don't touch that rail. I'm going to start off by going to the castle. I think it's called the castle. It's like Piazza Castello, which my English brain tells me it's a castle. So yeah, we'll see if that's actually what it is. But then there's also, I've just found out about this tram, this like rack and pinion tramway. It goes up a hill to Basilica, or a big church. So that's another thing I might go and check out as well. I'll just have a look at these things. Yes, it seems like all the platforms are down this way. So you have to get down that way to get to the trains, and then this building is something different. Ah, look, you can actually see the trains down there. There's a Freccia Rossa about to, well, on those way departing. Oh no, it's not, it's an Italo. It's an Italo train. In fact, if you want to see me ride an Italo train, subscribe, because that's the next video on the channel. Oh, there's another Italo train just on this opposite platform. It's actually quite cool down here. I wonder if that's why they built it down low, so in the heat of, oh, let's just watch this here. So yeah, in like the heat of the Italian summer, like it is today, that it actually stays cool. Either that or it's just coincidence. Anyway, I don't know why I'm looking at the station. I want to actually go and explore the city, not the station. There are trams. There's also a metro. There's one metro line, line 1, and I'm not sure if they're going to be building more or not, but there are several tram lines within the city centre itself. So I think I'm going to go, initially go on foot, and then eventually I'll get a tram, because I need to get a tram over to the other tram that goes up the hill. I'll tell you what, I like these covered walkways. It really helps give you some shade in this hot sun that we're having. It's going to reach 36 degrees today. It's already about 32. Probably wasn't the best time of year to come to Turin, but never mind, there we go, that's what we did. Well, so this is the main tramway. I've already seen two types of tram. I didn't actually get to film it. I've got like a modern one and an old looking one. Hopefully we'll see those as they pass through later. But my first stop is a place called Piazza San Carlo, and I don't know what's there. It's a piazza. It's going to be beautiful. I mean, the resource I found that told me what was there basically said, oh, it's full of covered walkways. I was like, okay, well, I found those. But yeah, I seem to be on the wrong side for the covered walkways. Mind you, I mean, look at that. You're just walking around and you just see these awesome Italian buildings, the architecture that was used here in Turin. It's awesome, isn't it? It just looks very Italian, if you know what I mean. You know you're in Italy. Okay, I found a crossing point to cross the road, get into the shade. Oh, my pale English skin can't handle that. Also, when I was planning the trip, I realised I was going to be here on a Sunday, and I'm assuming most places are going to be closed on a Sunday. I mean, you can see here, like all of these shops are shut. Like Querio, that's shut. Although to be honest, it looks like that's shut down. Yeah, there's one thing also happens in Italy is a lot of places shut down in the summer completely. There was one place I wanted to go to in Milan. It sells these amazing things called panzerotti, which is essentially like a piece of bread, pastry, no, it's bread, and it's got fillings in it, like pizza type fillings, and it's absolutely amazing. It sort of tastes like a donut filled with pizza toppings. That's how I describe it. And I had it every time I've been to Milan so far, and they're shut for the summer. So yeah, can't get my panzerotti. But never mind, at least not there. There might be somewhere else that sells them. Oh, here we are, Piazza San Carlo. Massive big open space. I love that countries have places like this. We don't really do this in Britain. I think we've got like some open spaces, like I'm thinking places like Trafalgar Square, but we don't get that many of them. Sort of proper piazzas. It's awesome. We've got a couple of churches at the end as well. So that's cute. And then we've got some shops and stuff around it. And then we've got a guy on a horse. I wonder if that's San Carlo. It says Rex Carlos something. So yeah, Rex means king, right? I suppose Italy used to have kings and queens and monarchs. Ah, so between the churches there, that looks like right down the end of the corridor. And it looks like that's the other station, Porta Susa. At least that's what I'm assuming. Kind of looks like what I saw in the pictures when I was researching this trip. So that's where I'm going to be going when I leave. I'll be getting a train from there. This is cool. Cool little piazza. Just wanted to check out the prices of this restaurant, because quite often when you get restaurants on piazzas like this, they overcharge you. But that one's quite reasonable. It's like £6 for a toasted sandwich, they called it. I don't think that's too bad. I think that was like £12 or no, £10. There's not pounds at all, it's euros, isn't it? €10 for a caprese salad. Again, I don't think that's too bad. I don't think Turin is as touristy as some other cities like Rome and Milan and Naples. So that's probably what it is they don't try to rip off the tourists as much as they do in some of the other cities. So. Next up then is the Piazza Castello. So I'm going to walk down this covered walkway. This is awesome. I mean, they're doing some work in the middle, so I'm kind of forced into the walkway, which I would probably be here anyway, to be honest. Yeah, let's see what there is there. And when I get there, I'm going to try and get some lunch because it's just gone 12 and I'm hungry. So, okay, we're at the piazza now, and it is covered in scaffold. Okay, we're not completely covered, but it's yeah. Oh well. At least I've got one of those covers to show you what it looks like underneath. Let's head into the piazza and take a closer look. I'm assuming that's the castle it's named after. And then over here, it seems like there's a museum. We've got these cool fountains. They're cool to go splashing around in. Cool off. But yeah, this is definitely looking very touristy now. Like, look at these things selling like merchandise and probably things that are overpriced. I Yeah. Let's just head down this way, look at the restaurants, and just see what the prices are, because I've got a feeling they're not going to be good. Well, I found a place to eat. It's called it's a focaccia place, essentially. They've got this sort of pizza type looking thing. That's alright. Some spicy salami on it. Basically just a pizza but made out of focaccia bread instead. £8.50 for that and a bottle of Coke. Seems a bit much, but I won't. Also, this Coke's only 450ml. I wonder if there's shrinkflation here, or if it's just like restaurant special, so they can give you a bottle of Coke, but it's actually less for the regular size. I forgot to turn my microphone back on after lunch here, so I'm just going to explain in voiceover what's going on. So I needed to get this tram over to the other tram that goes up the hill towards a basilica. That's called the Sassi-Superga tram. So I just boarded the first tram that came through. They also have this tap on, tap off system thing. Well, I think it's just tap on actually. So there's me just tapping my card on the reader there. So it's a bit like the London Oyster card or contactless system. You just tap it and it just takes the right fare, which is brilliant. I love it when these countries do this, because then you don't have to worry about trying to buy the right ticket. You just tap it and go on, off you pop, essentially. So here's a little montage of the trip down the tram line with some absolutely beautiful buildings and this river. Also, this driver was really crazy. There were some quite tight corners on this line, but he was taking them at a high speed, and I was like, what the hell is going on? But we got there in one piece, so that's probably about normal, probably. Italian drivers are crazy, aren't they? Anyway, but when we got to the end of the line, I realised I was literally the last passenger on the tram. And then when I arrived, that's when I realised my microphone was turned off the entire time, and so now we're going back to me in the past. This place looks deserted. Oh my god. A car just slammed into that fire truck. Jeez. Okay, well that's good. I'm just going to ignore that. That didn't capture that on camera. Let's look at this train that's going up. Just to clarify, I didn't actually witness the crash, and I knew I hadn't captured it on camera, so that's why I just ignored it and moved on with my life. There was no one here. Okay, cool, we are open. Just don't know when the next departure is. Google says it's every half an hour, but that just said it was every hour. So, yeah, departures every hour from 9 to 23. So, let's go check in the ticket office. Okay, I have a ticket. Next tram doesn't leave till at 2 o'clock though, so yeah, Google's telling me wrong information. It's saying there's a train every half an hour, but it's every hour, so 2 o'clock is in 40 minutes time. So we go check out what's going on with this driver that hit this fire truck. Yeah, they're just assessing the damage. I mean, what happens now with the emergency that the fire truck was going to? Because they've had to stop and sort out insurance info and all that stuff. Do they just send another fire engine? You know what? I've only ever witnessed 2 road accidents in my entire life. They've both been in Italy. That one just then, and the other one was in Rome. I wonder what that says about Italian drivers. So they have this old tram here, like a museum piece. Used to be horse-drawn apparently. So that's cool. Some really, really old horse-drawn tram. With all kinds of other artifacts in here. Stuff like ticket machines. One of that, whatever that is. Oh, okay, so that's what chairs used to look like in the trams. Yeah, you can see there in this picture. What does they? Yeah. Fine. They're fine. And over here you can see that where we were earlier, San Carlo, used to have trams running right through the centre of it and around this statue. Look at that. On the other side. That was there really. There were no trams there then. And over here we have an ancient table. Rattan. Isn't that rattan? Circa 2012 from IKEA, right? Well, the train's arrived. I kind of missed it on its way in. But at the back of the train here you have some bike racks. And we have this sort of open carriage here, which is pretty cool. Ooh, careful, I don't trip over the this umbrella. So we've got a trailing open carriage there, and at the front we have a typical normal tram with opening doors. And by the looks of things, we've got aircon. I'm not sure what this extra bit is they've put on the top there, but it looks like it might be aircon. Either that or just something that uses to power the thing, the electricity. Actually, that's more likely. I'm going to get the opportunity to sit in both because I obviously need to get there and back. So yeah, I'll sit in one on the way up and one on the way down. And I'll determine which is best. Is that a thing? It's probably not a thing. I'm going to make it a thing. Also, by the looks of things, the benches in that one are reversible. So that back looks like it swings to face the other direction. Because when I saw it come in, everyone was facing in this direction. And I have a feeling that someone's going to, in a minute, come around and just flip those over so that you face forwards all the time. That's smart. No such thing in this one though. You can actually see from this view where we're going. That little blob there, which you can barely make out on this camera, that's the Basilica. And that's where we're heading. Alright, let's go on the old vintage tram. Yeah, they're so vibrating. There's a lot of vibrations going on. So it looks like there is some intermediate stops on this train. It does look like many people use them, but they do exist, and I'm sure if you ask they could probably drop you off here as well. So, but wow, look at that view over the city. That is incredible. And we're not even anywhere near the top yet. Oh my god, there's a deer. There's a deer on the track. There is a deer on the track. Can you see that? I'm not sure if you can see that. Wow. That is awesome. Down there somewhere. Wow. Well, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Wowzers. Oh, that was cool. Okay. Well, that was fun. So, the next tram, I keep saying train, it's a tram. Next train down. Next tram down is in about an hour, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time up here have a look around, admire the view, and yeah, maybe look at the Basilica as well. It doesn't look as tall when you're under it. I think the building itself is much smaller than I was expecting. What you can see from down there is the dome at the top. I mean, it's still pretty impressive and ornate though, look at it. But just look at that view over Turin. I just noticed that there's a Duomo or cathedral or something like that I haven't seen yet. I may have to investigate that before I get my train out of here. Okay, so I'll come to the side of the building now, and to be fair, it is actually a lot longer. It's just I think the front isn't very wide, so it made me think that the whole building was quite small, but actually no, it's pretty big. It's just deep and just not wide. So it looks like there's some walking routes you can do as well, up and around and down the hill. Lots of viewpoints marked on the map as well. I don't have time for any of that, but that would be nice. It's actually relatively peaceful up here, apart from the people. And of course, we know that there's nature around here, because we saw a deer. So yeah, we definitely know you can see some wildlife. Okay, let's go inside. I believe it's free to enter the main bit. You can pay extra to go up into the dome. I read online that was €4. Not sure if I'll do that. Mostly because I can't be bothered climbing the steps. But yeah, it's free to go inside. It's a cool looking church, but as someone who isn't religious, it means nothing to me. It's just old and ornate, isn't it? I've got 45 minutes to kill until the next tram down. It's possible to get the bus down. There's a road over there with a bus on it. For some reason it has the same line number as the tram. So the tram is line 79. It is actually owned by the GTT, who is the public transport operator here in Turin. And it's like their tourism thing. For some reason the bus is also called the 79, but it's called 79/. I'm assuming it means slash as in adjacent. I don't know. It probably means something in Italian. But yeah, you could get the bus down instead. In fact, that tram doesn't run on Wednesdays, and so the bus is the only way to go up on a Wednesday. So cool. Now back at the station, or the tram stop, whatever it is. There's a little cafe here. Got myself ice cream. This is like a peach ice cream. It was the cheapest one here. €2.50. I keep saying pounds. Euros. €2.50. Oh, that's quite nice. Oh, that's refreshing as well. Oh, just check out this view though. Check out this view. Oh, this is quite nice. You know, I've just realised that you could totally mispronounce that as the Sassi-Superga. Yeah. I'm going to call it the Sassi-Superga from now on. Sassi-Superga. They're the two towns that it goes between. We're in Superga now. Where we started was Sassi, so that's why it's called the Sassi-Superga, because that's how railways are typically known, from where they start or go through. I do prefer Sassi-Superga. Oh well, it's here, so I'm going to get into the open carriage and head back down the mountain. Thank you. So I was right before, these things do swing, so you can just move it up or down, front or backwards, so you can face in different directions. And we're going back down now. This is going to be different. I'm on the opposite side of the train. I'm in a different type of carriage and I'm going down. So I'm going to be sliding forward a little. I wonder if we'll see a deer this time. Back at the base station at Sassi. Well, that was fun. I really enjoyed that. I'm glad I came over here now. I wasn't sure if I would, but yeah, I liked it. It was fun. Okay, now we're going to head back to centre of town and get to Porta Susa for my train back to Milan, where I'm staying the night. I'm glad I came here without my big heavy backpack. I normally explore cities with my backpack, so this is basically a day trip from Milan, so yeah, it's cool. Okay, bye-bye trams. I'll see you another time. I need to get to the station and get my train to Milan. So I'm just going to say goodbye now. Also, massive thank you to all of my channel members whose names are appearing on this side of the screen here. That list has grown since the last time I made a video. Well, last time I released a video anyway, I made like 2 or 3 since then. Yeah, so if you want to join these lovely members, you can do so by clicking the join button down below, and as a reward you get access to all of my videos early. I used to say a week early, it's kind of gone a bit haywire recently, but yeah, a week early in general, plus additional exclusive content, including things like extras, bloopers, deleted scenes, that kind of stuff. It's all good stuff. Also, long form behind the scene videos that will not be seen by the general public. So, thanks again for watching. I'm now going to get a train to Milan on Italo in executive class. I think that's what it's called, one of the high ones. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you again soon.